Yo dude, your inner child says that having a slow car is a one-way ticket to Snoresville. Because, well, there is a huge issue. Fast cars are almost always expensive as hell. Dude, get out of here. You know what? We here at Ideal, well, we have a cure for what ails you, me, and everyone else. Because we're coming at you with 10 hot cars for under 10,000 bucks. That's fast enough to impress your next ex-girlfriend for sure. And starting with a car that, let's be honest, going fast is the only reason you'd consider buying one. The infamous Audi S4. So you're probably asking, why is it infamous? Hey guys, real quick, since we're talking about cheap cars, there's a pretty good chance they're gonna throw some codes. And that's where today's sponsor, Fixed, saves the day. It is the easiest to use OBD2 sensor on the market. Yes, it's small and packs a huge punch. Just download the app on your iPhone or Android, plug it into the OBD port, and like magic, it shows you everything that's wrong with your car. I use this thing pretty much every single time I start Girth because he's a little temperamental and likes to throw codes. And I can simply read them on my phone, and if it's nothing crazy, I can just clear them. And that's all through the app. Right now, they're running a limited time special. Just for Ideal viewers, 67% off. So you're gonna wanna snag one before it's too late. I have them in every one of our Ideal cars, and you should too. So click the link down in the description, snag one, and enjoy the rest of the show about cheap cars that go 150 miles per hour and beyond. Well, because there's one thing Audi is known for more than anything else. They like to brake. And I got the bigger brother of the Audi S4, the R8, and let me tell you, it's a handful and very temperamental, but that rally pedigree can make up for a lot of flaws. And the minute that you step behind the wheel of the M3 competitor known as the S4, you will be able to justify spending all the money in your pocket to keep it on the road.
Are you sure about that?
And then take out a loan to pay for the extra stuff that goes wrong. Because this video is all about speed. So, how fast are we talking? 155 miles per hour. That's actually a number you're gonna see a lot because a lot of these cars are limited to 155. But I can tell you from experience that all it takes is a little bit of persuading the ECU. You can hit 170 without much trouble. Yeehaw, baby! And that's pretty damn good for a car you can pick up for 6 grand all day long. We found this one with just over 100K on the clock with the drop top that's waiting for you to pick it up. Next up, let's go from a Spirit German touring car to some good old American V8 muscle, masquerading as a luxury touring car. It's called the Chrysler 300, but not just any 300. The 300C with the 5.7 liter Hemi, which is really a freaking sweet engine. And it's that sweet, sweet Hemi that motivates this barge from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in under 5 seconds. That's really fast. That's a sleeper. That's what makes me like it even more. But what makes it stunning is that when you hit 60, you can just keep your right foot pegged going all the way to 155 miles per hour. Just like the Audi, and well, pretty much every vehicle we talk about on this list, it doesn't take much to go beyond that, all for under 10 grand. And before we get into something that's more reliable than the Audi, but less in your face than the Chrysler, I want you to hit that little like button if you're enjoying this video so far. Just give it a tap once, not twice. But if you do hit it twice, hit it 3 times because, well, really let us know that you don't like it. Because if this video gets 10,176 likes, we're gonna do version 2, the cheapest cars that go over 200 miles per hour. So give it a tap and let's talk about the BMW E39. See if it's for you. Because the 540i is a great looking muscle car. Yeah. I said it. See, the 540 is more than just the legendary M5's little brother. It's got a beautiful German V8 under the hood that cranks out nearly 300 horses. And propels this luxury 4-door all the way up to its electronically limited speed limit of 155. But unlike the Chrysler, the 5 Series can handle the curvy parts too. And since this world's round instead of flat, kind of a good thing. Wait, it is round, not flat, right? Right, yes, this beautiful German V8 is bolted to one of the best handling fibers of all time, which is pretty damn good for a car that you can find sitting on a lot for 8 grand all day. But for some of you, I know 4 doors is not your style. And well, I got good news. There's still one cheap sports car, and it's the crowd favorite 350Z. Now the sound of the VQ engine is, well, an acquired taste. Fart or trumpet, let me know what you think in the comments, but no one can deny that it is fast and a ton of fun to drive. Unlike a lot of the other cars on this list though, the 350Z is good for more than just scaring the crap out of your passengers in the scare chair. It's the perfect car to start drifting, autocrossing, or club racing, so it truly has the DNA of an ideal car. And yes, you can still find them in okay condition for under 10 grand. We found this one for just under 8, but get one while you can because the drift tax and everything else is making them continue to go up in value. And by now we've hit Japan, America, Germany. What about our friends in the UK? Well, they've got Jaguar, and this is a refined feline. It's called the XJR. It is beautiful, like the mom next door beautiful. Packing a wonderful supercharged V8 under the mile-long hood, and I don't know if I would actually call it fast per se, but it will go 155 miles per hour, but it takes a while to get there. The thing is, you won't find a more comfortable car to hit those speeds and costs as little as a used Jag. Here's one for 7 grand, which is really tempting. Just be aware, like Audi, Jag has a real reliability problem. So I hope that you and your mechanic have a great relationship because this fine feline will probably be hanging out in your mechanic's garage for sleepovers a little bit more than you would like. Moving on. People are still snoring for whatever reason on the SN95 Mustang GTs, so we can't help but recommend one. Mustangs just kind of, I don't know, sometimes they feel a little uninspiring since they're so common. But the modular V8 under the hood is really great machinery. For the money, it's hard to find a faster car. I mean, just look, here's one for 7,500 bucks. That's a 2-door coupe that's gonna run forever and absolutely will hit that 155 mile per hour, especially if you're willing to wrench on it a bit. These are quickly becoming the cheap drag racing car of our era, so you better believe that they can get up to speed in a hurry. Speaking of legendary American V8s, Chevy has something to rebuttal with. And even the now ancient C4 Corvette can leave with the quickness. Here's the thing, straight up, the C5 Corvette, it's a better Corvette. It really is. But the C4, well, it's still fast. People just don't really think of it when discussing quick cars because it just didn't do well versus its Japanese rivals like the 300Z Corvette killer. And really, that just speaks to the greatness of the Z because the 4th generation of Chevy's flagship car will go 160 miles per hour without much effort. And here's the thing, while we did find one that's super clean for 8,500 bucks, if you look a little bit harder, you can find them for even 5 grand. And that is a ton of car for not very much cash. And you won't be blown away by the interior because there's not many creature comforts in 80s sports cars, and they're gonna need work. So if you wanna go fast but don't ever wanna turn a wrench, well, you get a Lexus. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you can tell that I need to take my own advice. I don't own a Lexus, even though they are expertly engineered, they last forever, and are more luxurious than their German rivals. I just wish the R8 didn't need any work. Guess I should have just gotten a Lexus. But which Lexus should I have gotten? Well, the one with the V8, of course. Now, because we're keeping the budget under 10K, personally, I like the GS430 for looks, but flagship LS series is so iconic. I can't help but say that you shouldn't be like me and you should buy an LS 430. Like everything on this list, it'll hit 155 and you can find them every day for under 10 grand. But, and there's always a but for every seat, an LS, it's not gonna stand out in a crowd. And if you want to stand out in a crowd, and I do, I have a phenomenal option for you. It's called the SVX, or Alcione, if you fancy. And it's the Subaru that everyone forgot about. Let's take a trip back to the 90s. We had the RX-7, the 300ZX, and the Mark IV Supra, all fighting for dominance. Subaru, though, decided they wanted a piece of that. So they built the fighter jet inspired SVX, which has a great engine and is shaped like a supercar, especially if you close one eye and squint with the other a little bit. It's decently fast, has Subaru's legendary all-wheel drive system. On paper, it is awesome. And the only thing that hurts it, and it hurts it quite a bit, is that you can only get it in an auto tragic. I just can't imagine nowadays a modern company making a flagship sports car and only making it with an auto. Oh, hey Toyota, really screwed up that BMW. I mean, Toyota Supra, whatever. And that's probably because time just sort of forgot about it. They're cheap, and here's a really nice, clean one. But make sure that you shop around, because there's a lot of people that don't know what they have, and they just want to get rid of their old weird sports car. Wait, do you guys hear that? It sounds like a honorable mention, baby! Oh, I love my life. And what are we mentioning today? It's the Volkswagen Golf GTI, which is basically like your new best, fast, fun, practical daily friend that you can get for under 10 grand. Honestly, I have nothing but praise for the Golf. They are oh so fun to drive. So it begs the question, why does it only deserve the honorable mention? Because, well, this video is about cars that can hit a $150. The mighty Golf GTI falls just short. The top speed clocked at 146. Yeah, 4 miles per hour short. Still, very impressive. For under 10 grand, definitely an ideal purchase. And all right, dudes and dudettes, the moment that you've all been waiting for. This is the final car on our list, and it is straight up one of my favorite sedans ever. It's the Mercedes Benz S550. There's not really a lot that you can say about Mercedes that hasn't already been said by every motor journalist on earth. It's world-class comfortable, the power is more than adequate, the legacy of Mercedes makes a statement about you as a person, and it states, I made it. Well, you made it, since you'll buy this car. Maybe me too. It also says, this car will depreciate a whole hell of a lot. New, these cars were worth over 100K. Now, they're just under 10K. And that's 90% off of sticker price for a car that will easily hit 170 miles per hour and do it all day long. Rumor is, actually, since Mercedes is famous for underreporting their performance specs, a well cared for S550 will tickle 200 miles per hour. Yeah, really damn fast, especially for a car that any mere mortal can just go buy. So, what's your favorite car on this list? What'd you think about this video? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed it, hit that like button for sure. We gotta get to over 10,000 so we can drop another banger of cars that are cheap, that go over 200 miles per hour. I'm Brad Danger, this is Ideal Cars, and keep living the ideal lifestyle.